Help me to reach 2,000 subscribers. The first thing I noticed was the nurse's eyes flicking toward him. My husband, then widening ever so slightly, a smile tugging at the corner of her lips. Congratulations, she said, almost breathless. On becoming a father again. I froze mid-breath. My hand tightened around the hospital gown, the flimsy fabric rustling against my skin like a whisper of warning I hadn't understood until that moment. Again, my heartbeat staggered. My first thought, no, my hopeful denial, was that I had misheard. I blinked, searching for the joke, the slip of the tongue, the misunderstanding. But the way she looked at him, the way he smiled back, warm and relaxed as if the words were meant for him, made my chest tighten painfully. I am only 15 weeks along. This is our first. My first. Our first. I tried to laugh it off. Nurse, I think you've got the wrong. I stopped. My voice trembled before it could finish. He turned, cheerful, and placed his hand on mine. We're so excited, he said. It's been a long journey, hasn't it? A shiver ran down my spine. A long journey? That wasn't our journey. Not together. The nurse stepped back, her eyes flitting between us. Well, I just wanted to say congratulations. She left then, leaving us alone in that quiet hospital corridor, the antiseptic smell sharp in my nostrils, the echo of her heels fading like a warning I wasn't ready to face. I stared at him, my mind spiraling, my gut twisting. Did she mean you? I asked, voice fragile, trembling. He chuckled softly. Of course she did. We've been trying for this for years. You know that. But he said it too easily, too rehearsed. My chest tightened. I wanted to believe him. I needed to. But the seed of doubt had been planted, and once it takes root, no amount of sunlight can undo it. The drive home was quiet, but it was a tense silence, the kind that presses against your ribs, making it hard to breathe. Every red light, every passing pedestrian, every honk of a horn felt like a countdown, ticking closer to something I couldn't yet name but knew would shatter me. At home, I lingered by the nursery, the empty crib staring at me, innocent and silent. I wanted to hold onto the life we were building together. But my hands shook as I traced the wooden edges, imagining them holding not just my child, but the echoes of a betrayal I wasn't ready to face. The first time the thought became unbearable was that night, alone in the bedroom. He came to me, warm and familiar, and kissed my forehead. You're tired, honey. Go to sleep. I wanted to fall into his arms, to let the comfort erase the paranoia, but I couldn't. I had to know. I started with small things, subtle checks. The phone he said was dead that morning, the email account he claimed was secure, the little receipts that didn't match our timeline. First, everything seemed fine, just ordinary, banal. But then I found it. A bank statement tucked under the stack of unopened bills. A restaurant dinner charged 2 weeks ago. For two. A lunch she had attended. My mind raced. Who? Where? I confronted him softly, trying to keep my voice steady. Who did you have dinner with 2 weeks ago? He looked at me, mild surprise, then calm. It was a client for business. I wanted to believe him. I tried. But the warmth in his voice, the casual certainty, was the same warmth he had shown the nurse when she had congratulated him. My stomach turned. Days passed. The hospital visit lingered in my mind, a constant itch I couldn't scratch. Every text, every phone call, every smile he shared with someone else seemed to carry a hidden meaning. I started following the breadcrumbs, tiny moments, little slips in conversation, the way he sometimes checked his reflection in the rearview mirror a little too long. And then came the email. His work laptop left open for a brief moment when he'd gone to the bathroom. I didn't mean to see it, I swear, but the subject line cut through me like a scalpel. Can't wait for our little one. I clicked. My eyes scanned the message. The words etched themselves into my chest. Only a few more months until we're parents again. I love you. I dropped the laptop. The sound echoed in the empty living room, a violent punctuation to the storm building in my chest. My hands shook. Tears blurred my vision. My first reaction was disbelief. Can't be true. Can't. But the evidence piled up relentlessly. Text messages, receipts, subtle changes in behavior. The familiarity, the warmth he showed me was now tainted, a performance. Each lie had been wrapped in love, each betrayal in care. And I had missed it all, blind to the depth of his deception. I confronted him the next night, voice trembling, nails digging into my palms. "Who is she?" He froze. The mask slipped, if only for a moment, before he composed himself. "You don't understand," he said, voice low, desperate. "It's complicated. Complicated." I laughed bitterly, the sound hollow and jagged. "I'm 15 weeks pregnant. Our first. And you've what?" I couldn't even finish the sentence. I wanted to scream, to rip him apart, to tear every lie from him. But I couldn't. I was paralyzed by the love I still held for him, the memories of years we had built together. I didn't plan this," he admitted finally. "I never wanted to hurt you, but the truth has a weight that even love cannot lift." The realization hit me fully then. The maternity ward had been right. He had become a father again. Not with me, not with our child. I didn't know how long I stood there, staring at him, at the life we had constructed now revealed to be fragile, a house of cards swaying in a storm. The betrayal wasn't just in the act. It was in the quiet ease with which he had hidden it, in the familiarity with which he had smiled while my world fractured. By morning, I had made a decision. Not revenge, not anger, just clarity. I would protect my child, my heart, my life. The betrayal would not define the rest of me. But the memory of that nurse's smile, that offhand congratulations, would haunt me forever. The first clue, the first crack, the beginning of the truth I never wanted to see. And I knew, with a sharp certainty, that love could exist even after betrayal. But trust, once broken, is almost impossible to repair.